Welcome to Spotlight New England. I'm one of your hosts, Audrey McClelland.
And I'm Ashley Erling.
So we have a very fun thing coming up. Is it 2 weeks now? We down to 2 weeks?
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it is coming up.
Actually, I think it's like exactly 2
Our
weeks.
wedding is coming
Our
super
wedding
close.
is so close, Audrey.
I've deemed our wedding
I love it.
upcoming wedding.
I love it. It is our wedding.
But we're talking about bachelorette parties today.
Well, first of all, unfortunately, your entire life is consumed by my wedding right now.
But I love it.
Okay, good.
I do. I love it. And we've kind of also deemed Wednesdays when they seem fit as wedding Wednesdays for Ashley.
Wedding Wednesdays on the show.
On the show, just to like kind of give an update. A lot of people are engaged.
More so I can keep track of
More
what
so
I
she
still
just wants to
need
make sure that we can still, all the to-do lists, everything's checked off.
No, but this is a fun one.
This is going to be a fun one because a lot of the planning, to be honest, I mean, maybe I'm speaking for you, but a lot of the heavy stuff is done.
Yes.
I would think at this point, right?
Yeah.
So we're kind of like gliding into the fun part.
Well, now we're bachelorette.
We're almost there.
We're bachelorette talk.
So we were talking today. So Ashley, when I had my bachelorette, but it was back in 2001.
Yeah.
I sound so old when I'm saying that.
No, but I thought it was interesting and I wanted to hear more about it of like what you did for yours.
Yeah.
And because I think there's been an evolution of the bachelorette party.
There really has. And I think too for like the Bachelor too, because like, so I had mine, I was living in New York City at the time and I had friends all over the country. So I was worried about, because we just graduated from college and everyone had their first job. So nobody had any money at that point, quite honestly. It was all with first jobs, barely making ends meet. And so we were in New York City and I remember we did like one night at like a fun like culture club, which was like 80s vibe.
Yep.
And then we went to this really cool bar called Lips, which was like drag queen fun. And then we all stayed at a hotel together in the middle of the city. And then the next morning we had like breakfast. And then kind of like that was it. It was like kind of like Fast and Furious.
But I feel like that's, even since then, because as I say, I'm a geriatric bride. So I'm not in my 20s. I'm not getting married in my 20s. But I remember like in my 20s when I was going to friends' bachelorettes, I feel like that's when it was just starting to be more of like a one night thing.
Right.
Because a lot of my friends, when we were younger, it was like just one night out. You went out and you
went on the town,
like Foxwoods or Mohegan.
Yes,
something like that. And maybe you got a car service, and you still came back the same night.
You stay right. It wasn't like this big, kind of like destination type thing.
Right? No, not at all.
And it really has changed. I don't know what. Like maybe like social media.
Exactly. It's social media. It's the answer to everything is social media.
We're gonna blame social media, but it really has turned into something which I think is fun for people. All part of the wedding because it can actually like have a little bit of fun with the bride in a different way.
The hope. That is the hope that you can just like go have a good time and like
relax,
maybe do some
enjoy
things, some like girly things that like you don't always get to do that you want to just do with your girlfriends, like go shopping,
relax, have fun, just like have like an elevated time. So, but Ashley doesn't know, very broad strokes about the bachelor party.
Yes, I know where we're going. I know when we're going.
I was gonna say she kind of just found out all like more details. You just found out.
The reason it kind of played out this way is this: like I would plan the entire thing myself, and that's kind of like the problem because like I'm such a planner.
Yeah,
that,
you
like,
have to be taken off.
If I'm in something, I have to do it all, know everything that's going on.
Yeah,
I need to research it all. So I kind of took myself out of it. So
how does it feel to not know the nitty gritty details?
Honestly, I'm actually excited, and I wasn't sure how I would feel about that because at a certain point, I did have to just say, like, you know what? Actually, I am going to take myself out of this.
Yes.
You guys just like decide. I know you're going to like do things that I would love to do. You guys know me. So it's actually kind of exciting. And it's not that I need it to be a secret at all, but now it's like kind of fun.
And actually, now it must be fun to kind of not know what you're kind of going into.
Generally what we're doing, but I know that also you guys have been planning out like stuff. To do. So, like, I don't know all the stuff.
And in all fairness, just in case they're watching, your maids of honor have really taken the helm on this one. So I don't want to take any like credit for the nitty gritty because they've done a great job curating something.
Well, I know that like they were very excited about it.
Yes.
So, which has been fun. And I was saying to you, like, they made this whole book with you guys that like lays out like a packing list for me, like the theme, pictures of all of you guys in it, like who's coming. It was like the cutest thing, and I loved it. It was like so exciting.
Yeah, they did a great job.
So I have to say, like, I've never really had anything like that planned for me, like literally ever. including the wedding. Like I'm planning
You've been
the
doing the whole wedding.
which I love doing. So it's kind of like interesting.
I love it.
To be on the other end of it.
So in a few weeks, we'll be updating everybody on as to how the bachelorette party went.
It's very out of my comfort zone. I'll say that.
I love it though.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of fun.
And I feel like I have to keep double checking and making sure like we're all going.
This is actually happening, right? This is it's happening. I just need to get my real ID, and then I will breathe a sigh of relief.
It's honest.
It's coming in a week. But stick around because we have a great show for you and talk about another destination place that we love going. So stick around. We will be right back at Spotlight New England.
Welcome back to Spotlight New England. So we have so much to talk about because this is one of our favorite spots to go, but I am still learning all about it. We're talking about, of course, Cape Cod, and I didn't really grow up going there, so I was so excited to recently go and spend some time at the Red Jacket Resorts. And now we have Meaghan here from Red Jacket to tell us all about everything Red Jacket, which I didn't know about all of this. As I just said, I kind of grew up going to different areas in New England. We would occasionally go to the Cape, but now that I'm here and this close to the Cape, I'm trying to get out there more. So it was so exciting to recently go there and spend some time. But tell us, a little bit of an overall, we'll start with an overall umbrella of like what the Red Jacket Resorts are.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. Red Jacket Resorts is such a special place. We have 5 properties in the portfolio, and Red Jacket Beach Resort is kind of like our flagship property. 4 out of 5 are all beachfront, and they're private beaches. So our guests, you can literally get oceanfront rooms and like steps to the sand. It is just such a great family-friendly couples trips. We have families who have been coming to Red Jacket for years. So we love, Cape Cod is kind of that kind of legacy, destination. And so we love that we get to be a part of that.
It definitely is that kind of a place. Like we were talking before we came on air today of how like so many families, Audrey's family included, have great memories of going to the Cape, and they just, you want to kind of like recreate it or keep it going. And you guys, so explain more about the 5 different kind of resorts and like how that all works.
Yeah. So Red Jacket Beach Resort is obviously like our kind of like largest property. We host a lot of weddings, lots of events, things like that. It has the spa, dining outlets, kids activities.
Oh my God. Can we go right now?
I know. The spa's incredible. Massage facial can attest 10 out of 10.
You had to do it for research.
It's, if I'm going to market it and talk about it, I've got to have the experience for sure. But it's just, you move on down the road down South Shore Drive, and you also have Blue Water and Riviera Beach, and they're a little more like laid back, casual. They still have lots of kids activities. They still have indoor outdoor pools. Riviera has this really great like lazy river and mushroom pool. It's just like such a great place for kids. And then Green Harbor, it's kind of like tucked away, but still beachfront cottages. Think of that like really quintessential tucked away Cape Cod experience.
Oh, that sounds heavenly.
Yes. And then we also have Blue Rock Resort, which is another great property of rooms. It just had a little bit of a refresh also. It's directly across from Blue Rock Golf Course. And it's also kind of tucked away, but you can still experience all the amenities and beachfront property of Riviera and Blue Water Resort as a guest at Blue Rock. So it's great. You get to choose your own adventure, choose your own experience, whether you want to kind of be tucked away or you want to be right in the middle of all the fun. But it is just such a truly wonderful, special experience.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's somebody like you were saying, Ashley, everybody has their own like Cape Cod type of story.
Yeah.
And I remember, we were talking before, I know you said you were from Florida.
Yep.
So even coming here and experiencing like Cape Cod and really all of like really what New England has to offer, but the Cape being such, like you said, like a legacy destination. I mean, my grandparents went there. My parents went there when they were kids. And the cycle has continued. It must be amazing to see even just people continuously coming back to these resorts and to these places for you?
Yeah, it's such a gift and like honor really to be part of not just like one family story, but to know that like you've been there. You know, when we have grandparents come for their like grandchild's wedding and they chose it because they grew up going to Red Jacket, and it's just to be part of that story. It's such a special thing. And so we really try to incorporate that legacy in everything we do, in that guest experience, and take into account that we're not just a one-time event for a family.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and really try to, have something for everybody, those grandparents who come and the toddlers or teens, whoever's coming, we try to really have something for everybody so that you still get that kind of quintessential Cape Cod experience, no matter how long, you've been coming. So it's such a special thing to be part of those memories.
Something I thought was really cool too is the different types of, rooms and even like townhouses and things you have, because there's so many different, they're not just like regular room. There are regular rooms that, you are kind of used to, but you have bunk beds.
I mean, look at the bunk beds right here.
Yeah.
So cool.
This is one of my favorite things, especially as a mom of boys that are 12 and 14.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Trying to plan a vacation.
I get you.
You two need to like.
Yes. They do not want to share a bed with they're not snuggling with mom anymore.
Nope.
Okay. They want their own space from each other.
Yep.
So we actually stayed in one of the townhouses earlier this year, and so they had the bunk beds, and it's great because we do have so many things for kids, so many activities, and they can be busy, but then you also, it's kind of like they get their own little like private space.
Yeah, I love
they can kind of tuck away with their book. There's like reading lights on the bed. So we really, in thinking about our guests, this is something that we wanted to really, how can we make it special for everybody? How can we have something that's kind of innovative but still family friendly for everybody who wants to come? I think our renovations were really thoughtful in that, and kind of like not taking away from the legacy and the classic coastal, but giving, a modern generation something that works for them still.
Meg, it's funny hearing you say that. When I went on, I knew you were coming in, and I wanted to go on and look at all the photos of just obviously of the different resorts, but it was the bunk bed one that I was like, oh my goodness, this is what every parent, again, I have sons too, so I get it. But like to your point, because a lot of people do have that range of ages as well.
Right.
So I had a little girl, and I had tweens, and I had teens.
Yeah.
So the second I saw the layout, I thought to myself the same thing. What a great way to sell the family together, the units together.
Yeah.
But they all have their own individual spaces.
Yeah.
It's like you could tell thought went into that.
Absolutely. And so one thing that we say at Red Jacket Resorts is there's room for everyone. We want every group to come and feel comfortable in our accommodation. So, we have adjoining rooms like townhouses, suites, things like that. So everybody, we want you to feel comfortable. Sometimes you can go on a family vacation and you get a room and it's kind of like you're on top of each other. Our rooms are very spacious, and we have really tried to give thought in that to make sure it's a really comfortable vacation, not just a quick, people don't spend a whole lot of time in the room. I mean, why would you when you're right on the beach and things like that? But when you are in the room, you want to be comfortable, and sometimes you do need that downtime. So you don't want to be on top of each other.
No, that can be hard when you're traveling as like a family, or even just with girlfriends and things like that. Like, you want to be together, but it can get sticky if you're like so close together where you're like, oh my gosh, like there's nowhere to go. But you guys have like so many great different spaces, and people can kind of have the freedom to walk around and do all of that. But you have a lot of things coming up as well. Speaking of girlfriends, like you have a girlfriend's getaway coming up. You do a lot of different things.
We do. And there's all the things that, you can expect every year of like our kids' activities, pickleball, the spa, great dining outlets to choose from. And one of those recurring events that we love is Girls Weekend, October 24th through 26th.
I love
We're
this.
so excited.
Like how much fun to plan something like that.
Oh my gosh. It is literally like, I'm like, how would I want to spend the weekend?
Right, exactly.
Let me plan it out. So that's kind of what we're doing. It's just, and this is also like, these things speak to a legacy of memories and friends, because we have women who have been coming to Girls Weekend for years.
So you've
that
been
like
doing
can't
this for
wait.
years.
I love that.
Yes.
Oh my God, how cool.
So, and we're trying to keep, everybody loves the clam bake, so we always keep that, but we're also trying to add in some new experiences, a little refresh. So we're gonna have line dancing for like country western night. So, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun, and I can't wait myself.
That sounds amazing,
Right?
Because you know what, it is one of those things where as you get older, dare I say it, you're out of your like early 20s, and you don't have a lot of time to spend with your girlfriends anymore, especially the ones that you love, and that regardless of like what you're doing, you each understand each other are busy, but then you get to come to an event like that, and you get to honestly just be like girls again. You're all moms and maybe wives or girlfriends or whatever the titles might be, but at that point you're just line dancing and laughing, you're just relaxing and just remembering times. And I love that you guys do that you bring people together.
Well, and I think too, once you cross the Sagamore or the Bourne Bridge, whichever, call me when you get to the bridge kind of thing.
Yeah.
Once you cross that bridge, it's almost like things just kind of fall off, like the weight kind of falls. And so whoever you're coming with to the Cape, like we want to continue that feeling at our resort. And I think for girlfriends, especially to kind of like leave that on the other side of the bridge.
Totally.
And, I was on property last year for the event during the day, during in between. And I was talking to some of the ladies, and they were like, it's just so nice to just be able to sit and chat, and really like connect and
all
be
we
present.
love doing. That beach is perfect for that. Like sit out on a lawn chair, just take in the ocean. The
Listen to the
sand there is that nice sand that's soft,
beautiful
that you
sand.
want to be barefoot.
Yeah.
Like it's just so picturesque and relaxing, like you said.
For sure.
And then the area on the Cape. So again, like let's talk about the Cape, because I don't really know where on the arm.
Sure. So I don't know how close I am, but we're mid-Cape. So that is another really great thing about our property. We're in South Yarmouth. So wherever you want to go on the Cape, like you're kind of like halfway between it all. So if you want to go to Chatham, it's not that far. You enjoy your Main Street and your experience. If you want to go to Hyannis and jump on the ferry to go to the Vineyard or Nantucket, you're just a couple minutes away. I mean, it's such a perfect location to just experience everything on property, but also experience all things Cape Cod.
Yeah,
we have really point.
Yeah, we have so many like festivals and parades and all these things that you want to come and you want to experience. So to just know like you're in the middle and you can do this side one day, maybe this side the next day, and not have to travel, so far.
Like everything
of
is
your day.
doable. Yeah, that's awesome because, again, with like being New Englanders and like the traffic and all that, it's all very doable, but it's nice to kind of be centered there where you can, like you said, you go all the way up to Provincetown if you want, or just kind of like bop back and forth across. I know when I was there, and I wasn't there for long, I think I was there for like one night. I had like so much fun, but I went exploring to that viral coffee spot that
Tell me about
the fluffy sea.
Yes. And I was like, oh my gosh, like how fun. I didn't even know how viral it was. It's even gotten more so since I was there. People are always posting about it, but like you can just kind of explore stuff like that. Like look up your Instagram, be like, what's trending?
Yep. Get on TikTok, hashtag Cape Cod, find out, what's nearby. Yeah, there's so many things. And I think, just unique to the Cape, those little special moments that you get are so important, and to just kind of be able to slow down and like this is our special treat for the day. And I think sometimes as a local, when I see things come over my Instagram for that coffee shop, I didn't even know about it because I'm like, oh, I go there all the time anyway. I love that coffee shop. So to me, it's just like that's their regular post. So it's exciting to see that and kind of get reminded too to hey, take advantage of the Cape while you're here as a local also.
Has the Cape, lost its magic for you? As a local that gets to be there every day, It really, I mean, I don't know how it could.
No, I mean, I went to the beach this weekend. You know, there's village days at different, you know, towns across the Cape. So, you know, we go there and you see all your friends and you do all the things, and then you go to the beach and read and sit there for the sunset. And for me, it definitely has not. I think right now we feel like we just need to do all the things.
Absolutely.
You know, I am so lucky that I work at Red Jacket Resorts, because I'm like, oh, I have to go to work today, but it's like, it's so beautiful. I mean, to be able to capture content and to hear stories of people while they're there, sharing their experience and all those things. It's, I mean, I tell my kids all the time, you just don't realize how lucky you are to grow up here. It's such a beautiful place. And I love it. And I love that Red Jacket gets to be a part of that magic.
Yeah, and get to see people make memories literally like right in front of you.
Yeah,
so
it's so cute. Like we have live music every night at Red Jacket Beach. And to see like everybody dancing and like little toddlers and like little kids, you know, moving and grooving. And it's when we go from like the off season and it's quiet, we reopen, you know, and you hear that splash of the kids in the pool and, you know, and then it's warm enough for the outdoor pool, you know, so we're very lucky that we have indoor and outdoor. But when you really hear the first splash in that outdoor pool,
you know it's on.
You're ready. You're ready for the season.
I love it. All right, pack your bag, Audrey. We're going. We're getting in the car right now.
Sold from
Let's go. Let's go. Meaghan, thank you so much.
Oh my gosh,
joining
thanks
us
for
and
having
sharing
me.
That was so like
Thank
you really
you.
painted a great picture, and I just now I'm like I want to go back. It was so great.
Good. Thank you guys for having us.
And make sure to follow Red Jacket Resorts on all of social media. You can keep up. Maybe you want to go to that girlfriend's weekend as well and hang around because we have more coming up right after this break. Welcome back to Spotlight New England. And if you're a Big Brother fan, well, you know it's back on right now, the newest season. I pulled it up right now. What is it? Season like
it's like
20
season 20 something. What, 8th or 9th or it's unbelievable how long it's been on.
But remember when Derek Levasseur won, and he's from Rhode Island. Okay, and he was a detective, I believe Central Falls detective, and he won, and he just has risen to fame. From there, he's gone down in history as one of like the best Big Brother players. There he is. From when he was on the show. He actually looks like so similar. Even though this was years ago.
Right, he's aged well.
He literally looks the same. So good for him.
Whatever he's doing.
But now they just announced that he's actually going to be hosting this new show called Big Brother Unlocked on CBS, and I think it's every other week, and it's kind of like for a fan show. You know, they do like a fantasy draft, like a Big Brother fantasy draft and stuff like that. Mystery celebrity guests. So I just thought that was so cool that after all this time, they still go back to Derek,
which is so great. And you broke the news to me today. You were the breaking news to me. Tell me about this today.
I love to break, you know, all news that's probably not all that important.
No, it was important to us. I lit up. But to your point, I was really excited about that. Seeing that he was going to do this.
I'm so happy for him and proud of him. You know, he is a friend of mine, and we've grown, you know, close over the years. Just getting to know him through this was how I met him. But he is so. I just love the way that he has really like taken this and run with it. He's done numerous other shows.
Yeah, he has.
You know, he did that show with Nancy Grace. He'd had his own show on, I think it was like A&E or like one of those. It might have been ID or both of them. Like he keeps having shows, and he still does his detective work.
And he does still do the detective work.
That's what I like about it.
It's unbelievable.
Like he still like really cares about all of that. I think he knew he probably couldn't do the day-to-day thing anymore.
Right, that would be a bit much with the fame.
You know, he's really taken this and run with it. And I think he has a podcast now about, you know, unsolved crimes.
Like we were saying, him coming back and doing a Big Brother thing. I mean, it's going to be great. And I'm excited to see this. I am a fan of the show.
He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, he's got a great personality.
He's smart. He's
great personality.
He's like a mastermind.
He is a mastermind. It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So
you like the crime piece too.
I do like that's. I think that's why he and I connected, because I literally, when like a true crime thing is happening, I will DM him and be like, I think this person did it. And he and I will like connect.
You'll bond.
Level. Yeah. So we bond over true crime. But that is now out, I believe, this week. So check it out and make sure to check us out next time on Spotlight New England.